Events dedicated to promoting and celebrating wines made by Black winemakers. So the festival serves as a platform to showcase and appreciate wines from the continent of Africa, especially South Africa, highlighting the exceptional quality and unique characteristics of South African wine making. Two people have joined me at the table. DK Ansotreme is the founder of the Black Wine Festival, and Diane Akuffo is a partner also of the Black Wine Festival. Thank you for joining us, both of you. I'll start with the lady, DK. Surely you know where this goes, right?
100%.
Black wine. Why black wine? We talk about black people, Black Lives Matter. Why do we have to bring it into wine? It's wine.
Right. So thank you very much for having us. The wine essentially is, the whole festival is to promote Black winemakers, so Black people that make wine. So we're looking at bringing all kinds of people from all over the globe, right, that make wine, to showcase what we've been doing in the industry. We feel like they are not getting enough attention. We know that there are a lot of wine brands that are available, but usually the Black people make it, but they don't really get the credit for it. And so that's why we came up with this festival, to kind of promote the Black people really behind the wines that we drink.
Okay, so that's the narrative, DK. What do you want to change?
Well, I think one of the biggest things for us right now is to create better awareness. So the more people that know about the Black winemakers, or the brands that are actually made by Black winemakers, I think that would be at least a good start. So that's
are there
what
lots of Black winemakers?
Well, for example, in most of us drink a lot of South African wine in Ghana. Most of the wine in Ghana is from South Africa. 99% of all wines that you drink from South Africa is white owned. So clearly, the 1% is still a lot, but it's quite small for the market. And one of the biggest problems is that they don't have access to platforms. They don't have access to distribution, and so part of what we're trying to do is, improve the distribution for Black-owned wine brands.
What are the hindrances to black people who are making wines, getting the same level of prominence, attention, awareness, as you said, as the white winemakers?
I think I think it's quite obvious when you're in any business that's dominated by a particular group, that when you're a minority in it, you'll work twice as hard. So for a lot of Black winemakers, access to capital is a big problem. Access to distribution is even a bigger problem. And then having a decent marketing budget to be able to promote the brand, it's also a problem. And because they don't have a lot of partnership in the industry, they have to always pay premium and work twice as hard. And so that's really the big problem. So the way we can help them out in the value chain is by reducing that stress on them. They should just concentrate and make their wine, and then another group needs to step in and make some noise about it.
It's interesting how we talk about inclusivity, and we talk about Diane, you understand gender empowerment. We understand how to empower women who, even though we are majority in many countries in the world, we are considered like a minority group in some cultures. Why is this inclusivity in winemaking so important?
We have so many, I think generally we have issues with gender equalities, especially in different spaces. But when it comes to wine, there are a lot of South African winemakers that are female, right? At the moment, we'd say that it's very important to kind of bring the whole team together in terms of trying to help them market what they're doing. Access to funding is also another challenge that they might be facing. It's very important that even though we're doing this, we also acknowledge that there are women in the space that are doing amazing things. And we also wanted to bring some amazing women who was going to come and show us how wine is made, because she's exceptional at what she does. It's a very interesting space for women, and I feel like we can always take advantage of what is already happening and kind of tap into it. So if there are any brands out there that are female owned, we're happy to support them to be vendors at our event as well.
Oh, excellent. And because of South Africa's history, and I'm looking for some context here, could it be that this is, I'm sure it's not deliberate, or do you think it is, that there are more white-owned, 99% white-owned winemakers than black-owned? Much of South Africa for a long time, for several years and decades, was run by dominantly white persons. Has that fed into the narrative? And how does it compare to other parts of Africa where you're hoping to whip up interest in winemaking as well?
It's quite a complex question, but just a brief little history. A lot of people don't know this, but the most wealthiest part of South Africa is an area called Stellenbosch. Stellenbosch is the wine country, and that's where most of the vineyards are, but they're also the wealthiest, and they're all white. So what happened was that during the apartheid era, a lot of the landowners that were black lost their land to the whites, and so the same lands are the ones that's being used as fields for the vineyards, right? And so it was only natural that the owner of the brands are going to be white because they own the land. And of course, the ones who actually make the wine are actually black because they work for the owners of the land.
Fields.
You know, so it's an interesting dynamics, and that's what's created the situation that we're in right now. What we're looking at it is that, you know, we don't need to, you know, cry about it. We just need to look for the opportunities in it. And the way we see it at Black Wine Festival is that since the blacks are the ones who make the best wine, why don't we just go straight to the source and then back them up with some marketing and some capital and give them some platform just so that they can also add value to whatever they already know.
So what's this festival doing? When is it happening?
Yeah, so the Black Wine Festival is split into 2 days. The first day, it's actually tomorrow, at the Bucknam Golf Course, which is located just opposite Elwak at the Air Force Mess. So the Black Wine Cup will be played tomorrow by some of our premium golfers in Accra, and everyone's invited to come in. If you don't know how to play golf, we also have a package for first-time golfers where you can come in. We've reduced the price to 200 cedis, which includes lunch. One of the good things. So you
buy a ticket?
Correct. So it's 200 cedis for the ticket, which allows you to learn how to play golf and also taste wine and also have wache for that's our lunch for the day. One of the things that we're trying to do is it goes beyond just, you know, giving platform to black winemakers. We're also trying to improve the pairing, because a lot of times when, you know, you drink wine, you hear cheese and crackers and that sort of thing. Well, we're moving away from there. We're trying to pair wine with like wache, with tilapia. What
kind of wine do you need if you want to have kinky and fish?
Well, with anything, usually anything that's seafood based, I'll recommend a Sauvignon Blanc or a Chardonnay, which is the white version of the, you know, of wine.
Wine is an interesting conversation for me. It's an interesting subject for me because I'm a wine person myself. But what do you hope to achieve when we're talking about these networks? And we want to bring these people together so they can take inspiration from each other and provide some access to finances, because you mentioned that that's a problem. Is that something that you're hoping to achieve with this program?
Right. So we do have some partners on board, and we're hoping that we will be able to do that connect for the people to get access to funding as well. But again, anyone that is interested in funding these people is really invited to come.
How can they reach you?
So, Ms. DK.
Social media handles?
Okay, so Black Wine Festival on all social media platforms.
Okay, so DK, last word. The festival is on the 23rd and 24th?
No, sorry, so 23rd at Bucknam, and then 27th, which is next Wednesday, at Kahaya Lounge. That's where we're gonna have a real master classes on how to, how wine works, how you pair it up. There's gonna be a lot of festivities, performance, and that sort of thing going on. That's 27th at Kahaya Lounge. I just want to add one little thing.
Quick one, yeah.
That to answer your previous question, the Black Wine Festival is not restricted to Accra. We're actually trying to take it on the road to different cities around the world, just to be able to create more awareness and attract more Black wine.
And we wish you the absolute very best in this campaign, Black Wine Festival. Be a part of it 23rd and 27th. Follow their social media handles, Black Wine Festival, and be a part of their program as well, because it's Christmas and wine always makes things better. The other thing that always makes things better is laughter. And there'll be lots of that on that side. Cap is sitting down with one of the loves of my life, Clemento Suarez, and Kwampa Band is still in the building. So lots of wine, music, and laughter. Could you ask for more? Right here on GTV Breakfast. We'll be back.
Ding dong merrily on high, in heaven their bells are ringing. Ding dong verily the sky is riven with angels singing. Yankwe and their bells are ringing. Ding dong, verily the sky is riven with angels singing. Kwampa, tidings baby Martin. Oh yeah, Asempa baby Martin. It's say so, you know. Oh yeah, Ampa. Oh yeah, Asempa baby, Asempa baby Martin. Oh yeah, Asempa baby Martin. It's say so, you know. Oh yeah, Ampa. Oh yeah. I say mama, mama say, oh yeah, yes you do, oh yeah. Make cry, sorry, not to don't say, oh yeah, Ampa, oh yeah, every year, mama, mama say, oh yeah, yes you do, oh yeah. Make cry, sorry, not to don't say, oh yeah, Ampa. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh